Hi. So this question just basically wants you to give the names of the elements shown in the question by looking at, table one and the periodic table in the inside cover of your textbook. So now just pull up your periodic table and we'll just go through this together. So the first element they give you is Li. Now let's look for Li on the periodic table. Basically, on periodic table, all you have to do is just, for this question, is just look for the symbol that they give you, Li, and just kind of match it to that and just see the name underneath, and that is the name of the element, so very easy. So for Li, if you look at element number 3, that's where it is. It says lithium underneath, right? So that is the name of this compound. Li is lithium. And let's look for the next one, F. Now, if you look at element number 9 on the periodic table, you'll see it there. And what does it say underneath? It says fluorine, which is a very, very common element that we see. And then the next one, P, right? Let's look for P. P on the periodic table is element number 15, right? And it says phosphorus. You've probably heard of quite a few of these elements here. And the next one is Cu, right? Let's look for that one, Cu. Now you'll see that it's in the middle. It's at element number 29, Cu, and it says what? Copper. A very common metal that you'll see. And pennies are made out of copper, fun fact. And the next one, As. Let's look for that one. Element number 33 is where it is, and it says what? Arsenic. This is actually a poison, quite toxic, and it messes with a lot of our biochemical processes in our body if you take it. Now let's the next one, Zn. Let's look for that one. It's pretty close to arsenic and right next to copper. It's element number 30. And what does it say? It says zinc. Also a very common element. Next one, Cl. Now, if you look right under fluorine at element number 17, it says Cl, and underneath that, it's chlorine, right? Also very, very common, chlorine. And the next element, Pt. Now let's look at the periodic table again. And you can see at number 78 in the middle, in the metal section, it says Pt, and it says platinum, right? Platinum, valuable metal. And below that we have Mg. Mg. Now if you look on the left side of the periodic table at element number 12, you'll see Mg, and that is magnesium. Also a very, very common element. And next one, U, right? U. Let's look for that one. U. Now, if you look at the very bottom at that section that's kind of below the table, you'll see all those elements there. U is number 92. And as you can see, it says uranium. You've likely heard of this element in terms of like radioactiveness, because this is a radioactive element. It decays over time. It's often used to date certain things because of its decay. Now let's look at the next one, Al. Al. Now if you look on the right side of the periodic table at element number 13, you'll see Al there, and it says aluminum, which is definitely a element familiar to a lot of us with like aluminum foil and like airplanes and stuff like that. And now let's look at the next one, silicon. Oops, sorry, I said it by accident. Si. If you look right next to aluminum, to the right of it, you'll see right there Si, and it says what? Silicon. Silicon, which is also used in a lot of computer stuff, I think. And the next one, Ne, right? Ne. If you look to the very right side of the periodic table in that kind of long column over there, yeah, you can look there. These are the noble gases. If you look at the one second down from the top, number 10, it says Ne, right? And what is it? It's neon. So also a pretty well-known element. So as you can see from most of these elements, they kind of, they normally start with the first letter. That's not always the case, as you can see with like, I say here, all of them start with the same first letter. But copper, is a little misleading, like Cu versus copper. But a lot of them are very similar in the symbol versus the name. So that's often very helpful, and you'll definitely master these over time in your chemistry journey. So I hope this was helpful, and yeah, thanks for listening.